Good morning. It is National Travel Day, National Sports Collectors Convention Travel Day. So, freshly shaven, I'm about 30 minutes later than I had planned to go live because I woke up and I tweeted out, it's not a good day, or it's not a good morning, it's a great morning because it's National Day. And then I came down, was just about to hit record, and I hear footsteps upstairs. And I run upstairs to see what's going on because my wife does not wake up this early. And she had the dog over the sink who was throwing up. Our dog Biscuit also threw up on the stairs. So, tag team mom and dad with our dog baby. Well, it's not a baby. She's 8 now. So I had to clean up the pile of dog barf. I gagged myself. So we flip-flopped and my wife finished off the cleaning. Usually I don't have a weak stomach, but this morning I did for some reason. The old gag reflex kicked in. So took care of that, took the dog out, had my coffee brewing. I had just a glass of water because I had the coffee brewing and I was going to come down, record, drink water, go back upstairs, and then have my coffee. What's up, Jonathan? Longtime listener, first time commenter. Well, thank you. That's awesome. I love it when new commenters chime in. And what's up, Herman? So yeah, if you're a listener, especially a live listener, I know a lot of people listen back to the recording, but chime in, just say hi. Love to hear from you. So took the dog out. By this time the coffee was about done, so I went to pour in. What's up, Dan? And I grabbed the creamer out of the fridge, open it up. Now, I don't make coffee. I make coffee very sporadic now because I'm back in the office. Yes, I shaved this morning. Oh, there's a funny story with that too. So sometimes I'll forget to empty the coffee grounds and I'll open it up and there's just mold. And it's like, shoot, I forgot to clean this out after the last time I made it, which could have been 2 weeks ago. This time it was the creamer because, I'm only making coffee on weekends and sometimes that's sporadic. Good morning, Mark. So I opened up the creamer and I saw right on the interior some mold. So it's like, well, it's Black Coffee Day. So it's a great morning has been downgraded to a good morning with dog puke, creamer mold. And yeah, I did shave. So as I got out of the shower, I realized, oh man, I've got to shave. Because I was pretty scruffy and I'm not going to be back until Sunday night. So, it would annoy me to no end. And I'm not going to take a shaver. I still use the old Mach 3. In fact, the Mach 3 I use, of course, I've changed out the razor blades, but the actual stick, the Mach 3 stick, I've had since my 18th birthday for 21 years. Gillette sent them out. I don't know if it was through the selective service when you had to sign up for that when you turned 18, or I was on some mailing list. They knew my birthday. I turned 18 and they sent me a Gillette Mach 3 and I've been using that ever since. 21 years with the same shaver. It's a good day with black coffee. It's not bad because I brew it fairly. I mean, coffee is like steak. Everybody likes it different. What's up, Jenny? Good morning. Oh, Dan uses the old straight edge. Wow. Impressive. So coffee is like steak. And I love my steak medium rare, but I like my coffee with cream. And if I brew my own coffee, I make it somewhat weak, especially compared to my office. When I go in, that's like the downside to going back to the office is the garbage coffee that's made, because not only is it like the cheapest of the cheap coffee, Whoever makes it first thing in the morning, like fills the entire, like you cannot take the filter out with the coffee grounds because it's like overflowing with coffee grounds. You have to like take the whole, is that a carafe? Is that plastic thing that goes into a regular coffee maker, whatever it is? I have to take, because usually when I come in, when I go into the office, I get in at 7:30 and there's people there. I don't know when the first pot is brewed, probably 6:37. So whoever makes that first pot just dumps a ton of coffee in, and whoever drinks it, I'm usually the last person of that first pot. So I like fill my cup and then I brew a new pot. So I need to like just maybe hold out like another 15 minutes. But then I'm also not in control, and it could be that same person making the second pot. So I'm stuck either way. But that's the downside, is the awful office coffee. So I'm drinking black coffee this morning. I may, because I'm kind of running ahead of time. I only have a couple eBay shipments to get out, which I want to talk about that in a moment. So I may hit Dunkin' Donuts on the way out of town just to have some good coffee, and I'm a big fan of that power breakfast sandwich. So Dan says, I mean, razor blade on a handle. Oh, okay. Guess that's, no, a straight edge is like just the razor blade. Like if you go into like a barber shop, and I like that, like an old timey barber shop where they give you the straight edge. I like that. So yeah, so Dan, we're on the same, we do the same thing with just like the Mach 3 where it's on a stick. And that. So yeah, medium rare steak and strong coffee, but only in the winter for coffee. So I'm with you on medium rare steak, strong coffee. I'm a weak coffee kind of guy. I do not use the straight edge in old time barber. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. What's up, Zach? Good morning. So I think I already said good morning. So that's how my morning started. But I've got the national mojo going. So I'm still like, despite my moldy coffee creamer, puking dog, and forgetting to shave and then going back, it's still a good day. So I was able to get a lot of stuff done last night, some eBay shipments, and just kind of packing, got all my clothes packed. Got everything else gathered. So I'll be, putting the finishing touches. I just wanted to have a little buffer this morning to go live, to get any overnight eBay sales shipped out before I leave. Just make sure I have everything that I need. Unfortunately, if I set up a trade with you at the National, I don't think I have the stuff. So it's going to be one of those where I'll just have to mail it. Because I do know I have a couple trades this week with various people. So I do apologize. One was a Bears trade, and I just didn't have any time because my Bears aren't sorted. So that's just couldn't do that. I feel like we are about to leave together to the show. Doing any live shots from the show? Most likely not. The internet is really terrible inside the convention center. So I struggle in it, and it could be just my provide. So I have US Cellular, and US Cellular, so this is my big knock on US Cellular. US Cellular's headquarters are in Chicago. The White Sox used to play at US Cellular Field, but US Cellular service is like non-existent in Chicago. It is absolutely horrendous, especially in those northwest suburbs. Rosemont's right in there. Rosemont, Elgin, Schaumburg. The US Cellular service is absolute garbage. So I unfortunately have US Cellular, and it works great here. But whenever I'm in Chicago, it's just absolutely terrible. And like, that's usually when I want to use, like, go live or tweet out stuff because I'm doing fun stuff in the city, in the big city. So yeah, so I have US Cellular. Terrible, especially when you get into convention centers. You know how that goes. So I will do my best to tweet, tweet updates and all that stuff. But between like actually like digging through boxes and just like hanging out with people, talking to people, it's really difficult to tweet out, because I always say, like when I went to the Wisconsin Dell show, I'm like, I'm going to do so much content and tweet out so much. And then I get there and it's like, I'm buried in bargain boxes and, talking to people. And then all of a sudden it's like, where did the time go? I didn't even tweet a single thing. So I'm going to try to find a balance. Hopefully I have some internet connection, and hopefully I remember to tweet out some good stuff. So, backtracking to eBay. So I kind of anti-jinxed myself the other day and said my eBay sales were just absolutely brutal because we're heading into National Week and I don't know what's going on. I added 150 cards to the store on Sunday, and it's like usually within 24 hours, 20% of those would be sold, and that wasn't the case. The good side, they have been trickling. I had somebody place an order with, and I shipped it out, but there was about a dozen of those 150 cards, and then some other sales have trickled. So sales have gone well. Last night I had a bunch of overnight sales, which is always good. One of the best sales I made was a Bowman Mega Color, and it was in my store for $40, and it's been sitting in there, and I'm like, and there's always watchers, which is a good thing. So I've always sent offers, and initially I would send a $35 offer, and I would not allow counter offers. So it's like $35, it's yours, otherwise decline. So wouldn't go. So about a week ago, I'm like, I'm just gonna, because I was a very over the last 2 weeks, I've been very like, I'll take any offers because I want that extra cash flow for the National. So I was dropping it down to like $30 and still no takers. So this card actually sold overnight, $40 for the asking price. So I like it when that happens. So wish I was going to the show. Would love to dig through all the 2021 Twins inserts. I will keep a lookout for those. Meeting people and searching singles, anything else. So I'll get to that here in a second. So eBay sales have picked up here over the last 24 to 36 hours. So I was actually busier than expected with shipping out last night. So I've got to put the store on vacation mode. I'm still going to allow like sales. So when I went on vacation, our last vacation 2 years ago, I put the eBay store, it was basically shut down. And it's the vacation settings in eBay are difficult. So the tricky part, Max, what's up, Max? I will be wearing the Cubs Cardometer sign today. So yeah, definitely come up and say hi. So within eBay, and I haven't done a vacation mode in 2 years, so maybe things have changed, but the last time I used vacation mode, the annoying thing is you can either shut down your store so it's not even visible to customers, or you can put it in vacation mode where there's a note, and I'm sure you've seen if you've looked to buy this item won't ship until August 5th because the user is on vacation. So that's great, and that's what I'm going to do this week because it's only going to be 5 days. But the problem is it doesn't adjust your handling time. At least it didn't prior. A couple of years ago, it didn't update the handling time. You actually have to go and do that for every single listing. And I'm sure there's a bulk edit, but I just didn't bother with it. So that's the issue I have, where you can still sell things, but you're still held to your handling time, whatever you put in those listings, which mine is set for 3 days. So if somebody bought something, it's business days, so I'll be kind of safe. Herman says it's still the same. Yeah, and it's really annoying. So if something sells today, Wednesday, it's 3 business days, so it doesn't have to ship based on the specifics within eBay. It doesn't have to ship until Monday because it's Thursday, Friday, Monday, 3 business days. So that's why I like having a 3 business day. I'm not going for top rated seller status because I still use the old PWE stamps that I get in bulk discount that doesn't have the tracking. So, I'm going to miss the mark on top rated seller status because I don't utilize 100% the tracking feature for standard envelope because I'm saving what 14 cents, no 13 cents. Well, actually, it's more than that because I would have to pay for an envelope as well, which is 2.5 cents in bulk. So saving about 15 cents going that route. And yeah, you may say when you're not selling in bulk, well, it's just 15 cents. Well, when you're doing it 1,000 times a month, that adds up really fast. So that's the eBay. So Dan, going back to Dan's question, meeting people and searching singles, anything else? So my itinerary today, my goal is to leave home here at 9 a.m. Probably hit Dunkin' Donuts for a good coffee. And then that would put me at Rosemont at the convention center roughly 11:30. It's a 2-hour drive. But sometimes I'll stop halfway. The Belvedere Oasis is one of, that's usually the Belvedere Oasis is when my wife and I switch off, just like we switch off cleaning up dog puke, we switch off driving. I'll handle the first leg. She lived in downtown Chicago for a few years, so she handles the city driving because I'm a country bumpkin. My hometown doesn't even have a stoplight, so she's more acclimated to city Chicago driving. I can do it, I just choose not to. I'd rather do the back. I hate interstates. In fact, if there is an option to take two-lane highways against the interstate, I'm 2-lane highways all day. Zach is flying back to ORD today, so I'll be close to you at the Rosemont for a few minutes. Yes. So my itinerary today, leave at 9, hit Dunkin' Donuts for a coffee. So that puts me in Rosemont around 11:30. And then check-in. I think check-in for VIP starts at like 10 this morning. So I didn't want to like leave and get there at 10 because the lines are just going to be insane. All the VIPs sold out, extra early. Plus, I'm sure the additional VIP that they opened up later for the early entrance, I think that might also, well, no, I don't think that is included because you only get early entrance for that. So I don't know if that's included for today's entry. I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be long lines. So I'll just get there fashionably late around 11:30, get my check-in, sold my VIP tickets for autographs. So I've got to meet up with them to do the handoff. I'm feeling good because they actually paid me already. I had one buyer flake. At least they messaged me a few days in advance, so I had time to sell. So do that. And then I think the doors open for the sneak peek for the VIPs at like 4-ish, 3, 4. There's like a VIP party this afternoon, so I'll hit that up. My buddy Dave that we stay out in Wheeling. He was actually in town yesterday, went to the Cubs game last night. So meet up with him, say hi to everybody, and then beeline to the singles club to look at those dollar cards. And so that's the itinerary for today. No plans. I think there's a trade night tonight. I'm not sure what our plans will be for this evening. Tomorrow, it's another bargain box day. Thursday is bargain box day. So I will, depending on what I see at the singles club, I'll be hitting the singles club tomorrow along with the Jennings card shop that's in Freeport. I'll be digging through their boxes. So that's going to take up a lot of Thursday, and I'll just kind of keep my eye on other bargain boxes. Friday, and Thursday night I'm going to a dinner, Golden Auctions dinner. So I'm really stoked about this. I had the Golden CEO reached out to me and with an invite to this dinner. Don't know really what it's about, but I'm looking forward to that. It's at the Capitol Grill, which I've heard rave reviews about. I've never been. So that's going to be Thursday night. And then depending on when I head out of there, I may go. A couple of my buddies from here in Madison will be headed down Thursday. So they're doing trade night Thursday night. So I may meet up with them after the dinner with Golden. And then Friday's my big buy day. That's where I'm in search of vintage and pre-war Cubs. I'm on the lookout for a Cap Anson from 1887 Allen and Ginter. I'm 50-50 on if I'll find it, because there's going to be so few copies. I want the right condition at the right price. So it just, if the stars align, I'll find it, but I'm not dead set. It's not like I have to have it. It's one of those cards where it's like, people ask me, what would you want your millionth card to be? And initially it was the 54 Topps Ernie Banks rookie. But then, as I got into it, it's like, I can't be on this quest for a million Cubs cards and not have an Ernie Banks rookie card. And then Michael in Ohio, great story. You've probably heard it before, sent me the Ernie Banks rookie. So I have that. Now the Cap Anson is kind of like the crown jewel that I want in my collection. So if I don't find it this week, something that that fits my price range and condition, I'll keep looking, and maybe I'll pick it up when I approach the million mark, or once I hit it as a gift to myself. And then I'll be looking for other pre-war tobacco cards. I've got a couple vendors that have some stuff that I've circled on my floor plan. I have my floor plan mapped out. I know exactly where I'm going. So that's Friday. My buddy Quincy, who I went to college with, he'll be in town on Friday. So he's looking to complete a 61 Fleer basketball set. So we're kind of looking for, while it's different sports, it's vintage. So usually the vintage dealers have, more than just baseball or more than just basketball. So we'll be kind of hitting the same tables together on Friday. So looking forward to Friday's Vintage Day. Mark, I will be shopping for you because I still owe you a package. I found one thing for you at the Wisconsin Dell show, but there's a couple other things that I need to pick up. So I'll be shopping for Mark on Friday as well, looking for some of those vintage finds. So I can't wait, Mark. I always love picking up vintage, and I know that you'll appreciate some of the stuff that I hope to pick up Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday are kind of the wild card days. I don't have much planned. Sunday is usually reserved for finding those half off booths. I found a great booth 2 years ago where they were dollar cards, but on Sunday they were marked down 2 for $1. And I found some really, really awesome deals for 50 cents. So I'll be looking for like the half off booths on Sunday. Maybe even dime boxes that, are, buy this box for $20 and it's newer Bowman, or, stuff like that. That's kind of Sunday bargain day. Even more so than it's like bargain basement day. Today and tomorrow were bargain days, bargain box days, but Sunday's like the what's left over, what nobody wants out of the bargain boxes on Sunday that you can get some good deals. And then Saturday, again, kind of a wild card day, just shopping around, I guess. Dan says, for those who don't know, during the war, the airport was known as Orchard Place Douglas Field, hence the airport's identification, ORD, which remains today. That's interesting. I like that. I did not know that. I like that bit of history. Now, I flew in when I worked at Western Illinois University. We would charter flights to like some of the further away stops, because in basketball we would bus, up to like 8 or 9 hours, which sucked. But football, our travel party was 3, like we had to take 3 charter buses. So if we were going to, exotic locales such as Terre Haute, Indiana, or where else? Springfield, Missouri, or Cedar Falls, Iowa, or Normal, Illinois, we would charter buses because they were, shorter trips. But if we had to go to Fargo, North Dakota, or Brookings, South Dakota, we would take charters. Youngstown, Ohio was another charter flight. We would fly in. So Sioux City, Iowa, we would fly into Sioux City, Iowa, which is their airport's 3-letter identification is sucks. No joke. SUX. And it does suck. It's probably the smallest airport I've ever flown into. I mean, it's one of those. Usually, when we fly into those places, it's not like an airport. It's not like an airport you think of flying into, but more so like hobbyist pilots that they fly their little small planes, not like a jet with 100 people on it. So sucks in Sioux City, Iowa. That was when we would play at University of South Dakota in exotic Vermilion, South Dakota. So that is the plan for this week. Coffee's getting cold. Oh, by the way, before I go, I did update my total. I haven't updated the cardometer. I'm going to do that as soon as I stop this video. I counted up the cards that I received on Saturday, this past Saturday at the Madison Card Show. It was 450 cards, 450 Cubs cards. There was, here they are. So my buddy Mark, who also sets up a booth, he gave me a box set from 99, 98, 99 from Pacific. And it was like the home run. It was like a commemorative set home run chase. It was still sealed, but I ripped the seal off so I could pull out the Sammy Sosas. I think there's an equal number of Sosa and McGuire, 36 Sammy Sosa cards added to the count. And so that was one. My buddy Dave, who's from Beloit, Wisconsin, he came up to the show. His box had a little over 300 Cubs cards, 307. And then I bought those repack for $2, 160 baseball cards for $2. There was over 100 Cubs cards because I bought a bunch of those, including, I didn't have this card from this year's Topps Heritage set. Milt Pappas threw a no-hitter. Should have been a perfect game. Thanks, Bruce Fremming. Because on the back it says Milt hurled the first no-hitter of his 15-year career, September 2nd, 1972. It's unbelievable. He set a 2-out walk in the 9th on a 3-2 pitch, prevented the perfect game. Bruce Fremming says those weren't that far off, and I was hoping Bruce would sympathize with me, Milt Pappas said. And then also in the repacks, now I showed off, there was Acuna, there was Soto, there was Tatis, all the good stuff. There was also a bunch of Nico Hoerner rookies, Topps Holiday, Bowman Chrome rookie, and then let's see, five Topps rookies of Nico and a Topps Chrome rookie. So that was cool. So yeah, over 100 cards in that, 450 total, brings my count to 652,290. So I flipped over another digit from 651,840 to 652,290, and looking to add to that count this week. The target for this week, I think I'm going to pull in around 10,000 Cubs cards. Maybe a little more because my buddy David is coming up. He's the one that he's provided like 100,000 Cubs cards to my collection. He's got another, he said 8,000 or 9,000. So we're going to meet up Friday. And then I know there's a couple people that have a few hundred here, a few hundred there, and then whatever I buy. So around 10,000 is kind of the expected. Mike Summer reached out to me and he goes, "Hey, do you want me to bring all the Cubs cards I have?" He's got around 30,000 for me. I'm like, I want to come down to your shop this summer yet. That'll make it a lot easier for both of us. And he breathed a sigh of relief because I don't think either of us wanted to bring meet up and fill up an extra 30,000 cards in our vehicles. Dan says, I don't want to hear, you don't know what you're missing. Herman says, can't wait to hear stories coming out of the National. Yeah, it's gonna be phenomenal. I just got caught up in the target drops. Brad, was there any target drops this morning? I know you were talking. I was listening last night to your show, and I know that was. I haven't been paying attention to target drops at all. Just I've been laser focused on not spending money outside of what I'm going to spend this week. There was target drops. Nice. Ricardo says this is going to be an awesome week. Absolutely. Can't wait. I'm going to wrap things up. It's 8. Brad, I think, is going to be going live this morning. So check out his channel, Texas Card Dude. I will not be live again until next Monday. But you can follow my national adventures on Twitter. So I'll be tweeting out what goes on. Brad says he's going late. Okay. So Brad will update you on his live status. So follow along at 1 Million Cubs on Twitter. And hopefully that internet connection doesn't suck too bad, and I can tweet a bunch of good stuff out. So follow along. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. If you're at the National, come say hi. I'll be the guy wearing the Cubs Cardometer sign. Hopefully you'll not miss me. Take it easy. Have a good one.